Hi, welcome to Breathe Yoga. My name is Ashley, and today I'm going to take you through a sequence of poses that will focus on the hips and the shoulders. So go ahead and find your way into a comfortable seated position, maybe cross-legged position. If you need to, you can have one leg extended if that serves you better today. Go ahead and shrug your shoulders up to your ears and roll down and back. Notice if you have those little crunchies around your shoulder blades. Let's add the breath to that. Big breath in. Exhale down and back. And this time with a cleansing breath. Inhale through the nose, shrug through the shoulders. And now open your mouth, sigh, let go. As you're ready, turn your palms up so you get a natural external rotation of the shoulders. And if you feel like you need to, you can rock side to side or forward and backward. So you can just find yourself into that comfortable place where you're stacking your vertebrae rather than using muscular effort to hold yourself here. And if it's available to you, go ahead and close your eyes and just take a moment to scan your body from the earth up to the crown of the head. And notice if you have tension anywhere, any energy circulating. We're going to connect to our breath and try to let that energy go and try to relax the spaces in our body that we're holding that tension. Begin to inhale through the nose. Exhaling through the nose. Jaw relaxed, tongue relaxed. And as you breathe here, try to let each round of breath become a little longer, a little deeper than the last. Couple more rounds of breath here. As you're here, take a moment and set an intention for your practice today. On your next exhale, slowly drop your chin to your chest. Inhaling slowly, lift your head to a neutral position and exhale chin to sky, keeping length in both the front and back of the neck. Again, inhale neutral, exhale chin to chest. Inhale neutral, exhale chin to sky. Inhale neutral, this time we change it. Slowly exhale, look over the right shoulder. Just start to observe anything going through the neck and through the shoulders. Inhale back to neutral. Exhale, turning the head to the left. Notice if you have tension running from the neck down into the trapezius, the top of the shoulder. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the right. Inhale neutral. Exhale to the left. Inhale back to neutral. Hold. Gently flutter your eyes open if they're closed. And you're going to bring your arms out to a T position, fingertips toward the sky. Press through the palms, shoulders down and back. Kind of squeeze your shoulder blades together. You should feel a stretch through the shoulders, through the forearms here. So from here, we're going to point our index finger down toward the earth. Breathe. Lifting the index finger, now the middle finger toward the palm. Lifting the middle finger, now the ring finger to the palm. And notice how, if this is challenging for you, how this feels through the wrist. Lifting the ring finger, now pinky. Now lift, turn the palms forward, thumbs up, make a fist, and turn the thumbs down, rotating down to the best of your ability. Inhale, lift the thumbs up, take the hands behind you, interlace the fingers if that's available to you, press your fist down through the floor, lift up through heart center, take a big breath in. And as you exhale, start to hinge forward into the hips. You can leave the hands behind you if that feels good to you, or if you need to, just bring the arms out in front of you, letting your body rest on the earth. Take one more breath here. Now press through the hands, start to walk yourself up to a seated position. Bring your hands behind you, uncross your legs, walk your feet to the edges of the mat, give a little windshield wiper of the legs. And now crossing the legs the opposite direction, sit up nice and tall, big breath in, shrug your shoulders up, down and back. If it's available to you, take your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, press up through heart center, big breath. And exhale, hinge forward into the hips, and you can let those hands fall above the head if that feels good to you, or simply release and bring the hands out in front of you. So the leg that's on top or out front, you should feel more intensely than the leg that's underneath or behind. So just observing how your hips feel today as we take this forward fold. One more breath here. And from here, press yourself about halfway up and just uncross your legs coming forward into tabletop position. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Look back in the space you've created with the legs. Scoot the feet where you can't see them. Durga or cat-cow. Begin to inhale, lift the heart, lift the tailbone, making a smile with the back. As you exhale, tuck the tailbone, navel to spine, bringing the ribs toward the pelvis. Press through your hands, separating through the shoulders. One more time, just like this. Now slowly find your way back to tabletop position, big starfish hands. Adho Mukha Shavasana, downward facing dog. Curl the toes under, lift the tailbone up and back. Press your chest toward your toes. And when you get there, pedal through the feet and play here just a little bit. Just work out any tension down the backs of the legs as it feels good to you. Stay connected to your breath. One more breath here. And on your next exhale, bend your knees quite a lot. Look forward, step forward to meet your hands. Inhale, halfway lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Reverse swan dive. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. And as you're here, go ahead and relax your shoulders down and back. We're going to keep our hands here today. Rock forward and backward on the feet just a bit, a little bend in the knees. So think about creating energy through the hands, the pads of the fingers, through the heels of the hands, and almost like making a suction cup through the palms. Shoulders are down and back, and you should start to feel some energy circulating through the shoulders. A little bend in your knees. Engage through your core by pulling up from the pelvic floor. Think tightest pair of pants. And just take a moment here to breathe and feel the energy circulating, the warmth building. One more breath here. Inhale, sweep the arms up, big breath in. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold, hinging at the hips, bending at the knees as much as you need. Inhale, halfway lengthen the spine, making an L shape. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. And reverse swan dive. Press through the heels. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. If you're still tight, widen the feet, bigger bend in the knees. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold, flat back. Inhale to lengthen your spine, belly strong, shoulders relaxed. Exhale, forward fold. And reverse swan dive. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. From here, we take a twisting forward fold. The wider the feet, the less intense the stretch. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, Uttanasana, leading with the heart, hinging at the hips. Inhale to lengthen. As you exhale this time, bend your right knee quite a lot. Plant your right hand on the earth. Exhale, reach your left hand to the sky, stacking the shoulders. Relax that right shoulder down away from the chin. Pull the crown of the head forward as you pull that left hip back. You can look up to the thumb, to the side wall, or down to the earth, whatever feels good and right to your neck today. Take one more breath here. Now slowly start to bend through the left knee. Bring the left hand to the earth, big breath in, and exhale, reach your right hand to the sky. Just notice which side feels tighter than the other. Lengthen through the crown of the head as you pull that right hip back behind you just a bit. One more breath. And on your next exhale, forward fold, bringing that right hand to the earth. Walk your feet wherever you feel comfortable. Inhale, halfway lengthen. As you exhale this time, bend your knees quite a lot. Let your ribs rest on your quads. Shift the weight forward into the toes and just let your body hang for a moment. If it feels good to you, you can bend your elbows, wrap your hands around your elbows, let your body sway side to side. If you want a little bit more, take your hands behind your back, interlacing your fingers, and let your fists fall forward. Slowly make a circle with your head clockwise, counterclockwise. Shake your head yes to self-care. Shake your head no to spreading yourself too thin. Take a big breath in. Exhale, release. Release your hands to the earth. Bend your knees quite a lot. Step back to your first plank position, top of a push-up. Belly is nice and strong. Press back through your heels, pulling the navel to the spine. Index fingers make an 11. Pull some energy up from the wrist. And at any point you need to today, go ahead and drop to the knees. Breathe. We'll take one more breath here. And wherever you are, go ahead and drop your knees to the earth. Elbows stay snug to the body. This protects our shoulders. Think about hugging your ribs with the arms, and inhale, scoop up to low cobra. So in low cobra, shoulder blades down and back. So try not to shrug up. Pull the elbows back, squeeze your glutes, press the tops of the feet into the floor. Exhale, lowering down. Press to your knees. Curl the toes under, downward facing dog. Press your chest toward your toes. Go ahead and inhale the right foot up behind you. Bend your knee and then turn your hip open to the right side wall. Try to keep your shoulders square to the earth. Give that right foot, the toes, a little movement play here. Notice how it feels to stack the right hip on top of the left. And then as it feels good to you, turn that hip back down toward the earth. Press through the heel, extending the leg long. Take a breath in. As you exhale, step that right foot forward into a lunge. Inhale, press through that front heel, rise to crescent pose. Bring your hands to your hips. And as you do this, I want you to notice what you're doing with your pelvis. Think of it as a bowl of water. So if it's tipping forward, pull the tailbone under, shifting back. Notice if it's tipping to the right, to the left, pull that right hip down and then pull that right hip back. So now your bucket of water should be parallel to the earth. Take your hands to the sky, relax your shoulders down and back, breathe. Relax your toes. Now press back through that back heel, lifting the back of the leg, the hamstring, to the wall behind you. One more breath here. And on your next exhale, slowly bring your hands to the earth. Step the left foot back to meet the right plank position. From here, take your right hand to the center of the mat for side arm balance. If you need to, you can drop one knee. You can scissor the feet or stack the feet. Reach the left hand to the sky. Lift up through the top hip to squeeze the oblique. Breathe. One more breath. Slowly start to bring that left hand to the earth. Try not to fall. Plank position, top of a push-up. Drop to the knees if you need to. Shift forward onto the toes. Elbows stay snug to the body. And inhale, scoop up. This time taking a high cobra if that's available to you. Notice if you're shrugging your shoulders. Roll the shoulders down and back. And as you're ready, exhale, lower down. Press to the knees. Curl the toes under. Downward facing dog. When you get there, if you need to play a little bit to work out any energy, feel free to do so. Maybe take a cleansing breath if that serves you. Big breath in and exhale, release. Inhale the left foot up behind you. Bend your knee and then turn your hip open. Try to keep your shoulders square to the earth, still pressing your chest toward those right toes. Play with that left ankle, the toes as that feels good. And again, just observing how it feels to stack the hips. Slowly turn that hip back toward the earth. Press through the heel. Take a breath in. Exhale, step the left foot forward, lightly planting the heel. Inhale, rise up. Take your hands to your hips. And then I want you to adjust the same way you did on the right side. So just noticing where your bucket of water is. And then when you find a neutral place, take your hands to the sky, rotating those pinkies in. So notice as your palms are forward, just start to rotate those hands back just a bit. You're going to feel your shoulder blades kind of roll down your back. Breathe. One more breath here. And on your next exhale, bring your hands to the earth. Step that left foot back to meet the right, left hand to the center of the mat, side arm balance, your best version. However you feel today, eyes stays on a focal point, lift up through the top hip to squeeze the bottom oblique. Breathe. One more breath. Slowly bring that right hand to the earth, try not to fall there. Now from here, strengthening the shoulders just a bit. I want you to go ahead and drop down to the elbows. From here, take a breath in, feet are about hips distance apart. Exhale, press back to dolphin. Pressing your chest toward your toes like if you were in downward facing dog. If you need to, walk your feet a little closer to your elbows. That's going to intensify the stretch. Breathe. Now shift forward just a bit. Take a breath in and exhale, press back dolphin one more time. Maybe walk the feet a little closer if you need a little bit more. One more breath. And from here, just bring your knees to the earth, big toes touching, shift back to a child's pose. Walk the arms a little closer to your body to let your shoulders relax, let your forehead rest on the earth. And just take a moment to connect to your breath. One more round of breath here. And as you're ready, press into your hands. Walk yourself up to tabletop position, hands under shoulders, knees under hips, big starfish hands. Curl the toes under, downward facing dog. Press your chest toward your toes. Inhale, right foot up behind you. Exhale, step forward, crescent lunge. Inhale, rise up. So go ahead and adjust your pelvis. If you need to take your hands to your hips to feel that, do so. And then you're going to bring your hands to heart center. And just like when we started in Tadasana, we created that energy through the palms of the hands. Go ahead and do that now. So the finger pads are pressing together, the heels of the hands are pressing together. Notice if you're shrugging your shoulders, roll the shoulders down and back. Taking a twist, take a big breath in. And as you exhale, start to bring that left elbow on the outside of the right knee. Press that arm into the leg and try to bring your prayer hands to the center of the chest. Breathe, eyes on a focal point. Relax your toes. Now, just like we did in our first crescent lunge, I want you to lift the back leg up. Press through the heel, engage through the hamstrings. Breathe. One more round of breath here. Slowly release your twist. Bring your hands to the earth. Step the left foot back to meet the right. Plank position, belly nice and strong. Exhale, lower down with control. Keep those elbows snug to the body to protect the shoulders. Inhale, scoop up, high cobra. Exhale down. Press to the knees, curl the toes under, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot up behind you. Exhale, step through, crescent lunge. Inhale to rise. Press through the front heel, adjust the pelvis. And then as you're ready, heart center. Through the palms of the hands. So if you're just loose, you're going to feel a difference. Draw up that energy, shoulders down and back. Take a breath in. And on your next exhale, slowly start to bring that right elbow just outside that left knee, pressing into the thigh. Try to bring your prayer hands to the center of your chest. Lift back through the back of the leg. Press back through that back heel. Take one more breath here. And now slowly start to bring your hands to the earth. Step the left foot back to meet the right, plank position, and exhale, lower down with control. Elbows stay snug to the body. Inhale, scoop up, shoulders down and back, navel to spine. Find your way downward facing dog. Take a breath. Inhale, right foot up. As you exhale, step the foot through crescent. We're gonna drop the back knee down and just walk that right foot over so your hands can be directly under your shoulders. You can stay here if this feels good to you, if you have a block and you wanna use a block, or if you wanna lower down to the elbows. Just go to the place that feels good to you today. Take one more breath here. And then on your next exhale, just let the weight of the leg fall out onto the pinky toe side of that foot. And just kind of notice the connective tissue around the hip, anything that's transpiring from the hip, the low back, any kind of pull or tug that you're experiencing. Breathe. Nice, and from here, we're just gonna roll that foot back down to the earth. Curl the left toes under, lift your knee, press into your hands, take a breath in. Exhale, step the right foot back to meet the left, adjust the hands if you need to, and exhale, lower down with control. Elbows are snug to the body. Inhale, scoop up, lower high cobra, whatever serves you today. Find your way downward facing dog. Inhale the left foot up behind you. Exhale, step the foot through just outside that left hand. Drop the back knee down, walk that foot over just outside the hip just a bit so your hands can be directly under your shoulders. And again, just go to the place that serves you today. I'm gonna stay on my hands today because this is where I need to be. Remember to honor your body. On your next exhale, just let the weight of that leg fall out so you're on the pinky toe side of that left foot. And just observe what feels different here from the right side of your body. One more breath. Slowly roll that foot back down. Curl the right toes under, lift your knee. Press through your hands, take a breath in. Exhale, step that left foot back to meet the right, plank position. This is your last opportunity for a vinyasa if you want to take it. Shoulders down and back, navel to spine. Find your way downward facing dog. Press your chest toward your toes. Taking about 3 more rounds of breath here. And on your next exhale, slowly bring your knees to the earth. Good. Moving into thread the needle right side. Inhale the right hand up, open up through the chest. As you exhale, reach that arm through the space you've created with the left, allowing your head and your shoulder to rest on the earth. And then notice if your hips are pressing to the left. If they are, pull the hips back toward the right side of the mat. And then maybe walk that left hand out if that feels good to you. Breathe. One more breath here. Bring that left hand directly under the left shoulder. Press through the hand. Inhale that right hand all the way up and out, opening up through the chest. And slowly bring that right hand down. If you need to, shake out that left wrist. From here, inhale, lift the left hand up and out, opening up across the chest. As you exhale, reach through the space you've created with your right arm, allowing your head, your shoulder to rest on the earth, and gently pull the hips back toward the left side of the mat. And just walk that right hand wherever you feel comfortable. One more breath here. Draw that right hand underneath the right shoulder. Inhale, reach all the way up and out, opening back up across the chest. And then bring that left hand to the earth underneath the left shoulder and maybe shake out that right wrist. Now from here, go ahead and have a seat, extending your legs out in front of you. Roll your thighs in. Sit up nice and tall. Big breath in, reach up. And exhale, forward fold, Paschimottanasana. Go about halfway to your point of tightness, and then inhale, let your body rise, and exhale, allow your body to pull forward. And just do this a few times until you find your point of tightness, a place that feels good to you today. Take one more round of breath here. Allow your body to collapse into the pose, chin to chest. Arms fall to the earth or to your legs. Pinky toe sides of your feet fall toward the floor. And then as it feels good to you, press your hands into the earth. Use your hands to walk yourself up. Bring the big toe sides of your feet together. Press through your heels. Lift up through heart center. Take a big breath in. And exhale, release. At this point in the practice, if it's available to you to go ahead and lie on your back and practice the Shavasana, go ahead and do that by bringing the soles of the feet to the earth. Scoot your hips to meet your heels, lie back, give yourself a big hug, and then find a Shavasana. If you need to follow me, go ahead and find your way to a comfortable seated position. Sitting up nice and tall, maybe tilting that tailbone back. Go ahead and shrug your shoulders up. Roll the shoulders down and back, turn your palms up, and we're just going to take a couple breaths here before we close our practice today. Scanning the body from the earth to the crown of the head, just notice if anything feels different from the way you started. Going ahead and bringing those hands to heart center on Jali Mudra. Take a moment to drop your chin to your chest. A moment of gratitude for the ability to practice yoga wherever you are. Thank you so much for joining me on Breathe Yoga. From a place of divinity within me, I honor and celebrate divinity within you. Namaste.